Hey, good morning, Dan. So, we found this strange man swimming in our
Hi,
pool.
Dan.
I'm not sure what we should do about it. The water is mid-60s. Pop's in there taking off a little refreshing dip after our 3-mile morning walk, which I know you will find interesting. So I just watched your video, and I couldn't quite tell whether you resented the fact that they had that law in the books about 11 to 4, or whether you thought it was a good idea. Your tone, I think, could have been interpreted either way. I kind of like it. I like the idea that they actually legislate it, only because you'll end up with some business like Walmart coming in, and they'll be running all day, and in a way it forces the hand of the other businesses to follow suit. And then, of course, you can make the argument, well, if people don't want to do commerce before 11 or after 4, they just won't. But yeah, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, I like that. I could live in a place like that. I could live in a place that has no commerce at all on Sunday. That would be okay too. Or pick a day, Tuesday. I don't care what day it is. But that's not what I came to talk about. It is the same day as you. In fact, it is St. Patrick's Day today. And we went out for a walk this morning. It was lovely. As you can see, it's full on sun here. And I don't know. It was cool this morning. It was like 15, maybe 15 degrees when we were out walking this morning. It's going to get up to maybe 25 today. But I have a story to tell you, and that is in Minnesota. I don't know if I have complained about this in video format yet, but the lack of what I feel is friendliness in the Midwest, in Winona and Minnesota, annoys me to no end. We often talk about Minnesota nice, but I just really think that is what they should call it, is Minnesota passive aggressive, because that's really more what it is. But the other day it was snowing. I was shoveling snow, and this guy drives by in his truck. This is on the can on the garage side. So it was this, one of the side streets. And I wave, and he just looks at me like, why is that guy waving at me? And then I was out later that day, and there was a family out shoveling snow together, and I just thought it was really cool that, they were all out together shoveling snow, including their little kids. And I waved, and this woman, her hand pops up, but she looks at me slightly horrified, maybe just because she recognized me. I don't know. Anyway, and so later that day, I saw a woman named Erica Thibodeau. Erica's the one who bought the Mini Cooper from us. She is from Louisiana. She's very friendly, very outgoing, and I ran into her at the co-op later on that day. And we had a conversation, and I ended up leaving, turning around before I even got to my car, and came back and thanked her for being outwardly friendly, because I needed that as a reminder that, there are people who were raised outside of the Midwest. So now we're down here in Florida. First day we were here, Dad and Colleen and I went swimming at the aquatic center, and there was this, we were coming out, and there was a CRV, a newer, very new CRV, parked next to Dad's Pilot, and those are similar looking models, and it had grill damage and hood damage. And it's like, oh, Dad, what happened to your car while we were in swimming? I knew it wasn't his. And this woman behind me says, oh no, that's my car. And she comes up and she proceeds to give me, full 3-part harmony story about how this happened to her in the CVS parking lot. And then said, you know what, it'll just be easier if I show you pictures. So she pulls out her phone, she shows us pictures. She tells us all about the woman who hit her car in the parking lot, throwing a couple bless your hearts And 15 minutes later, we're done. And but I actually thanked her because I thought it was so great that I'm having this 15-minute conversation, including showing pictures on the phone in the parking lot with a complete stranger. Yeah, I like that. So it's totally my jam. And that's when the across the street neighbor, the one who is he and his wife have the Welsh flag flying. They both said, and I don't think I said this in my email, they both said how much friendlier they felt people were in Wales than they were in England. And I said, well, those bloody Saxons are just unfriendly folk. So anyway, that's I guess that's all I got. So that's my morning video for you. And let me turn around so that I can look at the Menai Strait. And wait a minute, I'm already looking at the Menai Strait. Let me turn around so I can look at the pool. And you can see in the background what's there for you to see. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.